back. We love being back. We don't love the rain because my kitchen leaks. Anywho, that's my only complaint right now. So find a nice sitting position that's comfortable. Okay, it's relaxed yet alert. We're gonna lengthen our spines. Okay, close your eyes if that's comfortable or gaze softly in front of you. Let's take our three centering breaths together. So breathe in through the nose. Feel your chest fill up. And then as you breathe out gently, relax your shoulders, control the breath. Okay, number two, let's breathe in through the nose. And notice how the air feels as it exits your lips on the exhale. Sinking down even more. All right, last deep breath together, breathing in through the nose. Long breath out here. All right, let's relax our whole body. Relax your face and your neck, down to your shoulders and your arms. And you notice how your arms feel for a moment, down to the hands. Pay attention how your chest and your stomach feels as you're breathing. It just expands and contracts. And then breathe down your spine to the lower half of your body. So notice how your glutes feel against your mat, and then through your quads and your hamstrings, down to your knees and your shins. I think most of us are sitting cross-legged, so notice how your shins touch your feet, all the way down to how your feet touch your mat. And then just sit and continue to breathe. And for the next few minutes or so, just continue to sit and breathe. Okay, focusing how your breath feels. Notice how where it feels strongest for you, whether that's where the air hits your nostrils, or maybe where it hits your lips, or maybe where it hits your body as your breath hits your body. And as we check in, see where your mind was at. Are you thinking about something other than your breath? Are you just pondering something? You are, that's okay. Just remember to come back to the breath. These last few moments or so, just relax, do nothing, don't focus on anything in particular, just sit and be. Right? And I'll play the singing bowl. When you hear it being played, you can open up your eyes. Mm. So let's open up our eyes, readjust to the light. I'll hop off my block. Let's start with a twist for our spine. So I'm gonna twist clockwise, press my left palm into my right knee. Right hand is planted on the floor behind me. Spine is nice and tall as we're twisting to the right, looking back behind us. And then let's unwind, come back to center, and let's twist counterclockwise, excuse me. So my right hand is pressing to my left knee. My left palm is planted on the floor. We're twisting, breathing, turning the chin into the left shoulder. And as you exhale, let's come back to center. And then we'll get a sitting side stretch. Let's look up as we reach both arms up. And let's start on the right. So plant that right palm on your mat. Left arm goes over your body. Okay, turn the chin and the gaze upwards. And we're reaching for the upper right hand corner of the room. Left sit bone is still planted. And we're saying hello to the left side of our body. Ooh. Let's bring that right hand off the mat, back up top. And let's get the left. Hopefully you feel that stretch. Start from your fingertips down your entire right side, all the way to your hip. Give me one last little reach with that right hand. And then let's bring the left arm back up. And bring the hands back to center. All right, let's do the inner thighs. So, or hit the inner thighs. So bring the soles of your feet together. No yawning. Bring your heels in towards your soft tissue. Let your knees drop. And then lean forward. Okay, you can grab your feet or your toes and pull your torso towards your feet. Okay, hopefully you feel those inner thighs. And let's take a little deep breath here. And as you exhale, reach your fingertips on the floor in front of you. And we're going to crawl towards each other like Simba did for Mufasa. I know I use that one frequently. But that's what I'm imagining. Rounding out my back, feeling my inner thighs. Oof. Hello. All right, we'll sit back up, bring the knees back up. We'll stand. Take your time getting up. Feeling all the parts of your body crack. So find a nice wide stance, toes facing forward, legs are straight, arms up. Reach for the ceiling for a moment. And then exhale as you swan dive down. Okay. You can plant your fingertips, your palms on the floor, looking back behind you, starting to stretch out your hamstrings. Okay, really breathe out, see if you can relax. Let the stretch take over. Let's fold our arms and rest our forehead or our forearms and just rock side to side, accentuating the stretch, really letting the weight of our upper body do the work here. Thank you, gravity. One of the few times I like gravity. All right, really settle with your breath, sink down a little bit more. Let's plant the right palm on the floor and rotate the left arm up. Okay, really press into the floor with the right arm. Left fingertips reach up for the ceiling. Give me a nice vertical line with your arms. Okay, turn the chin and look up as well. Really open up the left shoulder and the chest. And the hamstrings are really singing now. And on your next exhale, let's bring the left arm gently back down. Swap palms. That left palm is on the floor. Right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. We're opening up the right shoulder and the chest on this side. We're breathing. All right, let's bring that right arm back down. And from here, we're going to rotate 90 degrees to the left. Okay. So we're in the low lunge. We're on our right toes. And let's drop the right knee down to the ground and bring the arms and torso up. We're going to hit our hips. So rotate your hip. So you should feel the stretch in your right hip. Oh, if you want, you can lift your right arm. You can lean forward slightly if you're feeling good. Ooh. I'll count us down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lower that right arm. Let's bring the arms and torso back down. Back on the right toes. Okay. And then gently rotate back to center so your legs are straight. And then rotate 90 degrees to the right. So we're in a low lunge on the right. Let's drop the left knee down. Bring the torso up. Oh, let's hit the left hip. Oh, right, now count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the arms and torso down, back on the left toes, lift the left knee, and we're rotating back to our starting position. Let the weight of your upper body and head dangle. And I'll count to 10 slowly, and we'll straighten up our bodies. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, bring the legs back together. That's enough of that. Let's grab our left wrist behind our back. Let's do a neck stretch. So chicken wing is on the right, dropping the head over to the chicken wing side, like you're trying to touch your right ear to your right shoulder. All right, let's roll the head back as we look up. And roll the head forward as we look down. All right, and then back to center, back up top. Let's swap the chicken wing side. So grab your right wrist, dropping head over to the left. Ooh. And let's roll the head forward, look down at the ground. Notice how the stretch changes towards the back of your neck. Then rolling the head back. All right, roll the head back to the center position, back up top. You can release the hand. Let's do one more neck stretch. So pretend like you're trying to touch the ground with your fingers or your hands, whatever you want to think about it. Drop your head forward and then roll the head over to the right. And then as you roll your head to the left, your chin's touching the top of your chest. Okay, I'm gonna roll to the right. You move at your own speed if you want, but I'll still call it out if you want to stay with me. I'm gonna roll the head to the left. Probably hit each side 3 times. Okay, last time over the right. Ooh. And then last time to the left. All right, and then back to center. You can lift your head. We're gonna hit the shoulders and triceps. I'm gonna start with my right arm across the top. Oh, look, the rest of the house is waking up. Okay, give yourself one last little pull there, then swap arms. The left arm is across the top of your chest, pulling, stretching. When you release the left arm, let's get the right arm behind your head. Okay, gently pulling on the right elbow. That's about good for the right tricep. Swap arms. Ooh, for some reason this side feels a little bit tighter. All right, release the left arm. Ooh. Let's do a standing side stretch. So bring your feet and legs together, stand up nice and tall. Let's bring the arms up as we look up towards the ceiling. Okay, give me a little mini reach with those fingertips upwards, and then drop the left arm to your left side, kicking out your right hip. That right arm is overhead, reaching for the upper left-hand corner of the room. People in my house think they're are also joining the stretch. Nice. All right, let's bring that left arm back up top. Let's drop the right arm down to your right side. Left arm goes over your body. Arm is straight. And we're feeling the stretch go all the way from your hip to your fingertips. And then we're going to bring that right arm back up top. And bring both hands back to center. And we're going to keep them there as we transition straight to Balasana. So find nice medium width stance. You can point your toes outward slightly. And let's drop our bottoms down to the ground as we keep the head and chest up. Yeah, you can even use your elbows to press your knees backwards if you're really feeling feisty this morning. Or not. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of, hopefully. And we're breathing, and every time you breathe out, so you can settle down a little bit closer to the ground, become friends with it. Or rather, I'm trying to become friends with it. It feels like every Monday I'm just projecting my thoughts. Anywho, we love that. I'm gonna place my hands on my legs and come up because everyone else is on mute. I'm just saying my own thoughts. All right, we're gonna do another hamstring stretch. So let's start. Let's do a split leg hamstring stretch. Left leg is in front. Heels are in line. I'm feeling good today. Arms are up top. Give me a nice slow exhale as you swan dive over the straight left leg. Okay, drive the right hip towards the front ankle. You can even rest your hands on the floor, ankle, your shin, wherever you are in life, or rather wherever you are in stretching, not necessarily life. I like to pretend like I'm trying to touch the crown of my head down to my feet. Okay, we're really feeling that left hamstring. It feels great. And then come out of it, bend the left knee and gently come up. And I'm just going to rotate 180 degrees to the other side. Okay, right toes are facing forward, my heels are in line, arms go back up, and we're exhaling, swan diving over the straight right leg. Okay, left hip is driving forward toward my right ankle. Every time I breathe out, I'm settling my torso down a little bit more. Whew. Love that. All right, let's bend the front knee. Come up. I'm gonna quickly take off my sweatshirt before we do more moving options. 1 second. All right, let's do our moving options. Let's find the front of your mat. Bring your feet and legs together, stand up nice and tall. Bring the arms back up. Do a swan dive down. Come up to flat back. And then exhale, round after back, and then eyes up, reverse swan dive. Okay, hands at the top. We're going to do 2 warm-up swan dives. So swan dive down for a second time. Up to flat back. Exhale, round out your back, get a little bit lower, reverse swan dive. Still hands are at the top. And swan dive down for a third time, rolling it. Nice. Up to flat back for a third time here. And then as you exhale, round out your back, plant both palms. We're gonna come to plank. Then chaturanga down, elbows at your sides, and come into upward dog. Let's hold this first upward dog. We're on the palms of our hands, the tops of our feet. And let's turn the chin and look up, stretching the front of our necks. Hello. Bring that gaze forward, come to a plank position. Give me a push up here and into our first downward dog of the day. Shoulder are cracking. Ooh. All right, legs are straight, heels are reaching for the ground, arms are pushing the floor away. And let's hit those calves individually. So let's, bend the right knee, drive the left heel down. Sorry, I forgot what my heel was called for a second. The coffee needs to kick in. Let's switch sides, bending the left knee, driving the right heel. Ooh. Ooh. And then back to the left, bending the right. You can even plant your right foot on your left heel. A little more weight if that feels good. If not, keep that right toes on the floor. And we're back on the right, bending the left knee. We love calves. All right, come to a neutral downward dog. Both legs are straight. Let's add in the sun salutation. So gently step the feet towards the hands. And then reverse swan dive. Control it up. Hands are at the top. The lower back's feeling good today. Okay, swan dive down. Ooh. Up to flat back. Exhale, round at the back, plant both palms, go back into a plank position, and then chaturanga down. Upward dog. Back plank, give me a push up if you like, and into downward dog. And let's do a crescent pose to a prayer twist. So we're going to bring both feet together behind us, and let's start on the right side. So float the right leg up into the air, and then swing it forward and plant it in front. Come into crescent pose, so arms and torso are up. Okay. Arms should be parallel, palms facing one another. Front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Breathing. Woo. Right, bring the hands together at heart center. Let's transition to prayer twist. So press the left elbow into the right knee or a quad. Hands are stacked. Right elbows facing the ceiling. What are we praying for today? Praying that my job interview goes well today. Yay. All right, let's return into crescent pose. And as you breathe out, bring the arms back down, plant both palms, right leg comes back to plank. We're going to chaturanga down, upward dog. Okay, sun salutation, back to plank. Step the feet towards the hands and reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Let's swan dive down. Ooh, hamstrings are feeling open. Up to flat back. Exhaling, rounding at the back, planting both palms. We're back in the plank, and let's chaturanga down to an upward dog. Back to plank, push up here if you're still with me, and into down dog. And let's hit the left side. So feet and legs together. Float the left leg up into the air. And then swing the left leg through and plant it in front. And we're in crescent pose on the left. And we're still crackling like a nice fire. All right, bring the hands to heart center. Let's transition into prayer twist on the left. Okay, press those hands together. Left elbow's facing the ceiling. We're looking up. That right hip is hipping.
You know what else is hipping?
All right, let's come back to crescent pose. Arms are reaching up. And then as you breathe out, bring the arms back down, plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank. We're going to step the feet towards the hands in reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Swan dive back down. Up to flat back. Exhaling, planting both palms on the mat, stepping back to plank, and let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. Back to plank, push up here, and into downward dog. Both shoulders are cracking on my. All right, really push the floor away. Feel those calves once again. Getting ready for our warrior sequence. We're back on the right side. Feet together. Float the right leg up into the air. Let's go knee to nose. So bring your knee to your nose. Float that right leg up in the air. Let's try one more time. Knee to nose. Woo. Last time up in the air on this side. Let's swing that right leg through and plant it in front. And as your arms come up, your left heel comes down for warrior one. Everyone loves a good knee to nose variation. All right, let's rotate your arms forward and back for warrior two. So your arms and your palms should be parallel with the ground. Let's gently dip back into reverse warrior, putting a little bit of weight on that left leg with the left hand. Right hand reaches towards the back of the room. And then back to warrior two. Let's do our triangle pose. So with that right hand, reach forward as far as you can. And when you can reach no further, drop the right hand down to the ground and your right fingertips. Left hand is reaching up to the ceiling. Okay, mentally getting ready for the pretzel. All right, friends. Drop that left arm behind your back. Right arm reaches underneath the right leg, opening up the chest and left shoulder. What are we doing? Breathing. We'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Right hand comes back down to the ground. Left is up top. And let's pop back up into warrior two. And let's briefly straighten up the right leg, get a little relief on that right quad, because I'm such a nice person. And then we're bending the right knee, getting back into it, maybe getting a little bit lower. Let's dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. And then swing that left arm forward up for warrior one. Then as you bring your arms and torso down, that left heel comes up, plant both palms, right leg comes back to plank. And let's chaturanga down into our upward dog. Back to plank, walk the feet towards the hands. Reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. Exhaling, planting both palms on the mat. Back to plank position. Let's chaturanga down. To upward dog, excuse me. Back to plank, push up here and into downward dog. Okay. I'm going to hold downward dog for a moment, mentally getting ready to do all of that, but for the left side. All right, remember we're going to do the knee to nose variation. So feet together. Let's float the left leg up into the air. And then knee to nose. Boop. Float the left leg back up in the air. Let's try one more time. Knee to nose. Boop. All right, last time up in the air. Let's swing that left leg forward and plant it in front. And come into warrior one on the left. Whew. Okay, front knee should be tracking over the front ankle. And then let's transition to warrior two. Settling with the breath. Relaxing into the pose. And then let's dip back into reverse warrior. Don't put too much weight on that back leg with that right hand. And then back to warrior two. And let's scoot forward, shift forward, reach forward with the left hand. And drop it down. The triangle pose on the left. Right fingertips point upwards. All right, let's drop the right arm behind the back. Left arm reaches underneath the left leg. And then rotating the right shoulder, open up the chest a little bit more if you can. And we'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Releasing the hands. Left palm is planted on the floor. Right fingertips reach up. And then we're going to pop back up into warrior two. And I'll be nice on this side as well. Let's gently straighten up that left leg. Brief break. And on your next exhale, bend that left knee, get back into warrior two. And then dipping back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And as you bring your arms down, your right heel comes up, plant both palms, left leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down. An upward dog. Back to plank, walk the feet towards the hands, and reverse swan dive. The hands are at the top. And swan dive back down. Ooh. Up to flat back. And then exhaling down, planting both palms, stepping back to a plank position, and then controlling it yourself all the way down. Rest your body on the floor, and give me a nice cobra. So palms are underneath the shoulders, pushing the floor away, feeling the front of your body stretch out. Then gently turn your chin up, stretching the front of your neck once again. Okay, looking forward. Let's add a little hip action. So turn your head towards the right. Look at your right foot, your right heel. And then back to center momentarily as you turn your head to the left. At your left heel.
Hi, Joseph.
All right, back forward. Let's return to a plank position. Ooh. And then step the feet towards the hands. We're going to go into a chair pose. So feet together, drop your bottom down, arms come up. Whew. Your palms should be facing one another parallel. Your feet, your knees are together. And keeping your torso where it is, gently straighten up your body. We're gonna get off those heels, reach for the ceiling. And we're balancing on our toes. See how high you can go. And then gently bring your heels back down. Bring your palms together and let's do twisting chair pose on the right. So bending the knees, pressing the left elbow back into the right quad for twisting chair pose on the right. You see how low you can get yourself. Bend those knees a little bit more. All right, let's come back to center. Let's straighten up our bodies for a second time. Reach for the ceiling and get off the heels. Feel your calves. Okay, active reach. Constantly see how high you can go. Then as you breathe out, lower the heels down, bring the hands back to center. Let's round it out with twisting chair pose on the left. All right, that's about good. Coming back to center. And last time, reaching up. As we, let's look up for fun in this one. Off the heels. Balance a little bit harder when you look up. I don't think I want to look up anymore. All right, let's exhale, bring the heels down. Hands come back to center. We're gonna go straight into tree. All right, so let's get 98% of our weight on our left leg. Let's get the right foot into position wherever it feels comfortable for you. At the knee, below the knee, above the knee. And then adding the arms as needed. Okay, everyone has their favorite position. Look at my beautiful Monday orchard. Trees, trees, trees. We can pretend to be Christmas trees that are all going to be taken down tomorrow. Aren't you excited? I'm excited. Christmas is over. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's exit. I'm going to shake out my left ankle. All right, let's get most of our weight on our right leg. Getting the left foot into position. Oof. Adding the arms. And we're balancing. Oof. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring the left leg out. Shake out the right foot. Let's do a standing leg extension. We haven't done this one in a while. So there's 3 stages, and you can stay in whatever stage feels good for you, but we're balancing on our left leg. Stage 1 is hugging in the right knee. If that's good, you can stay there. You can go for stage 2, which is grabbing underneath that right knee and kicking out your foot. Okay, kicking out your heel, however you want to think about it. And then if you want to go for super duper option, see you can go for toe lock. Woo. Oh man, Philippa's going straight for the toe lock. Good for you. No, maybe not. But I'll see if I can hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, releasing the right leg, shaking out the left ankle. And I want to repeat on the other side. So stage 1, balancing on the right leg, hugging in left knee. Okay, really pulling it in. Okay, remember you can stay there if that feels good. Extending out for stage 2. Settling with the breath before we go to stage 3 here. Hello to the toe. See if I can do it on both sides. Okay, standing up nice and tall, regardless of which position you're in. We'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. My right foot balance is mostly back. All right, let's have a seat. Very excited about that. Ugh. Okay. Table, here we come. Well, feet are planted in front, palms are planted behind, both about shoulder distance. And then we're gonna prop ourselves up into the table. Okay. Active pose here. Constantly push your hips up towards the ceiling. You can drop your head back. And we're breathing. It feels I'm mostly reminding myself. Don't hold your breath, Joseph. And as you exhale, control your hips back down to the mat. Okay, we're gonna lie down on our backs, keeping our feet where they are. As we come to bridge next. Ooh. So I'm gonna roll onto my shoulders, clasping my hands underneath me. Okay, feeling the glutes and hamstrings. Still breathing, not letting the knees bow out. They're staying shoulder distance apart. All right. And then controlling yourself one vertebra at a time. Lower your hips back down to the mat. Okay, we're going to thread the needle for our glutes next. So keeping the left foot planted, right ankle is placed on the left quad or left knee. We're grabbing our left shin. We're feeling that right glute. I always love doing 3 breaths here. Every time you exhale, relax your body, breathe into the right glute, let the stretch get deeper. So we're breathing into the nose and out to the mouth. Number 2, let's breathe in. And then long breath out. And last time for this side, breathing in. And then exhaling. Oh. All right, let's release the left leg, planting the right foot down, getting the left ankle into place, grabbing our right shin, and then we're breathing into the nose and out the mouth. Number 2, breathe in, then exhaling. Oh, wow. All right, last time on this side, breathe in through the nose. And then really focus on that left glute as you exhale. All right, let's release that right leg. We're gonna stay in our backs for happy baby. So both legs come up in the air, arms on the inside parts of the legs, but then you grab the outside parts of the feet, pulling in your knees towards your underarms, and then gently rock side to side. Think about your spine against your mat. Yeah, I also feel this in my inner thighs. Few more rocks. We're still here. We're still loving it. All right, you can release the legs back down. Let's do a supine twist. I'm gonna move my block and away momentarily. I'm gonna grab my right knee in towards my chest. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're gonna hit both sides. We're pulling the right knee in momentarily, and then we're pulling the right leg over to the left side. Right arm extends out to the right. Ugh. Give me a nice groan. I know you're on mute, but just groan. Let me think I'm not alone. And every time you breathe out, see if you can rotate that spine a little bit more, letting the right knee and the right knuckles drop down to the ground a little bit more. And we're twisting. We'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Let's return that right leg back to center. Oh, okay, hugging the left knee in, enjoying that stretch. Hopefully you're enjoying the stretch. Otherwise, I'm not sure why you're here. All right, let's pull the left knee over to the left side of your body. Let's get the other side. Oh, oh. Oh. Okay, hopefully you're groaning still on this side as well. All right, one more deep breath here before we release. So breathe into the nose. Then long exhale. Okay. All right, left leg comes back to center. We're gonna set it up for a cat cow. Taking our time getting there. All right. I'm gonna roll up my mat a couple times. You don't know I left some extra cushion. All right, well, we're on all fours. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And let's breathe in as you bring your head and bottom up. Chest is down to the ground. And then exhale, round out your back as you bring your head down. And if you haven't already, untuck your toes. Top of your feet are on the mat. Okay, inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Ooh. Inhale, head back up. Exhale, head down. Okay, really push the floor away and the head down with the hand. Arms are straight. Okay, I think this is the last one. Inhale, head up. And then exhale, pretend you're trying to touch the ceiling with your spine. And then come to a neutral spine. And I'm going to get off my mat. Running a quick child's pose. Maybe not a quick child's pose, but a regular child's pose. All right, knees are about as wide as your mat. If you haven't already, as you breathe out, bring your arms and torso forward. Forearms and forehead are on the mat. And every time you exhale, relax your whole body. Thanking it for what it does, or what you ask it to do. And we're going to add side stretch. So take that left hand out to the left about, I don't know, 1.5 feet. Stack the right hand over the left. We're adding the side stretch all the way down the right side. And we're coming back to center. And then the right arm comes out to the right. Left hand is placed over the right, and we're feeling the left side stretch out. And come back to center. And just take a few slow, deep breaths for yourself at your own pace in child's pose. I'll let you know when we're going to exit. All right, gently come forward out of child's pose and come into a push-up position as we prep for what's it called? Pigeon pose. So I'm going to start with my right leg coming forward. Right shin is 90 degrees from the rest of my body. Okay, untucking the left foot. Finding that position that works best for your stretch, for you, for your body. Let's stay here for 60 seconds. I'll let you know when we're about halfway through. So continue to find that stretch, find that position. We're about 30 seconds in, 30 seconds left. All right. Let's plant both palms in front and gently push your torso up. We're going to add the left quad stretch. So reach back behind you with the left arm or left hand. Pulling the left heel towards your glute. I'm going to count us down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release the left side. And we're returning to a plank position and bringing the left leg forward. Untucking the right foot. Let's repeat those 60 seconds. Oh my goodness. We're about halfway through, halfway to happiness. Or pain, good pain, hopefully good pain. All right, let's plant both palms in front, pushing the torso up, reaching back behind you with the right arm. And I'll repeat 10 count for the right quad. So we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, releasing the right leg. We're going to drop back on our backs, a corpse pose. Very excited. Oh, this is my very excited voice. Oh. Oh. The arms are at your sides. Relax your whole body. You can close your eyes. We're going to go for 60 seconds. Just lie down and breathe. Scan your body. That was about a minute. You can keep your eyes closed. Let's roll on to your side. Rest your face right on your hands. Just take a couple relaxing breaths for yourself. No need to rush. Whichever arm is on top, plant that palm on the floor. Push yourself up. Let's return into our cross leg position. All right, let's lengthen our spines once again. You can close your eyes if that feels good. Let's do 3 audible breaths, whether or not you own. So let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right, number 2, let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Okay, last one, breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Let's bring our hands to heart center. You may repeat after me if you wish. May you have clear and kind intentions. Let's raise our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Let's lower our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communications. Then returning our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck with your interview.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yes. All right.
Come on, UCSF.
All right.
To my understanding, they have a pension plan.
Yes, yes. Oh, the benefits are great there. If you can find a position that works for you. Yeah. I've been trying to, yeah, I have friends that work there that have been trying to get me in, but there isn't anything suitable for now.
Always
Get
got to
in when
try.
you can. Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a lovely week, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody.
Well,
Ugh.